Hey guys, Peter here to do an EP review. Halestorm Reimagined, out August 14th on Atlantic. This EP has 6 tracks and it's 22 minutes in length. I want to start off by saying how much I love this release. I was absolutely blown away by not only the quality, but by the emotion that it has and the way the songs were constructed. I love every minute of it. I was really blown away by it. I was expecting it to be great, but I was not expecting it to be this great. I normally don't talk about structures when it comes to an EP because there's just not enough there to go down that path. But on this release, I feel like it's necessary because they really constructed an EP that has a full-length album feel to it. The opening track has a lot of the same mechanisms, a lot of the same sound characteristics as the closing track, giving a sense of going full circle. In between, you have 4 songs that are divided into 2 different groups. What this allows is for the record to have this perfect fluidity, this up and down motion, and doesn't become repetitive at all. The songs don't all sound the same, they don't all feel the same. They're very well mixed and matched in between them. So this creates this perfect sense of moving it along and allowing the listener to stay engaged from the first to the last song and not just feel like it's just a combination of tracks that don't have any sense or purpose whatsoever. That's not what you're going to get here. So this is an EP that's really built, constructed as a full-length release. I feel that Lizzie Hale on this EP just proves what everybody already knows. What an incredible musician, what an incredible vocalist. She's absolutely on display. The whole band is to a certain extent, but because most of the songs are unplugged and acoustic driven, it really comes down to her. It really comes down to her voice, to her performance, and how can she guide these songs both musically and emotionally. And I felt that she hit the ball out of the park. This is a home run. Absolutely outstanding. They took 5 songs from their back catalog, reimagined them, recreated them almost into brand new songs that if you didn't know better, you would say that this is the original version of the tracks. And then obviously they added a Whitney Houston cover into the mix, which by the way, fits in perfectly with the fluidity of the record and with the construction of the songs around it. So I love this EP, I love how it was put together, I love how it was delivered, and I love all the mechanisms that it has. Like I said, it feels like a full-length album, even though it isn't. Now, as far as the songs are concerned, starting off with the opening track, I Get Off, they recreated this song with a more jazzy, almost swing vibe to it. And I love that sound and I love that feel. You get it specifically in the chorus, not as much in the verses. The verses are a little bit more stripped down. The backing vocals add a little bit of texture and sound and volume to it, but the chorus is really the heartbeat of this track. And I love that jazzy soul swing feel that it has. Perfect remake for this song. Next, I Miss the Misery, acoustic driven stripped down track, really unplugged with a glass of wine. That's how it feels. This is how this song emotionally feels to me. It feels like you're rehashing the past or at least thinking about that moment in time where you were when this song was created. But now you're older, you're wiser, you understand things better, so you're taking a different emotional approach. A lot of the essence of the original is still there, a lot of the intensity of the original is still there, but this feels like a more mature look at a song that has a very raw output, and I love how it came across. Next, I Am the Fire, very similar to I Miss the Misery, a song that is acoustically driven, but that it captures the essence of the original, but it just has a little bit more of a mature sound and a mature feel to it. Once again, it looks like you're revisiting the past from a different perspective, from a different eyesight, and analyzing this song in a more mature level, in a more mature way. So it definitely sounds differently, slightly differently vocally. It sounds differently from an emotional perspective. The lyrics feel like they have a different meaning almost, but there's still a little bit of their original essence still present there, that intensity, that raw feel, and there's sometimes with the vocals that you really feel like you're going back 100% to the original. So all of that is still present there. So it's a song similar to I Miss the Misery that balances way between the past and the present of the band. Next, Break In, a song that features Amy Lee, and anytime you put 2 great musicians together, 2 incredible vocalists, you're bound to succeed. And this song is definitely the calling card of this release. It's definitely in the forefront. If they released this EP just with this track and perhaps an instrumental track, I would have been perfectly fine. This is the main course, the main meal on this release, and I love it. I love the combination of the two of them, how they worked well together, and how they transformed the song that was already perfect, in my opinion, into something even greater, even better. Next, I Will Always Love You, a Whitney Houston cover. A very difficult song to do. Any Whitney Houston song is a difficult song to do, but this one I feel like it's extra difficult. There's extra layers there. Vocally, very hard to approach a track like this, and musically you have to find that perfect balance that allows the vocals to really come across in a strong manner, in a very emotional manner. And I felt that Lizzie absolutely demolished this track. I had goosebumps listening to this song. I remember the original as if it was today, the day it came out. And listening to this song, it didn't leave me wanting to go back to the original. It did it. How can I put it this way? It's not better than the original, but it's not worse than the original. It's equally as good as the original. It feels like a Halestorm song. It feels like a Lizzie Hale song. It has her fingerprint on it, but at the same time, when you're listening to it, you can still also listen to Whitney Houston in your ears at the same time. There are some similarities between the two that are present in this song, and I love how Lizzie captured the essence and the emotion of the song, and it felt like it was something that she wrote, and that to me is really important when you're covering a track like this. Last but not least, Miss Hyde, finishing the EP with a similar sounding track, at least as far as the approach is concerned, as the opening, I Get Off. It has some of that same swing, some of that same jazz vibe. I love how they put that together. It fits the lyrics of this song to perfection. You really feel like you're walking into a cabaret and this song is playing for you. I love the approach. I love the musical approach behind it, and definitely having that jazz cabaret swing vibe adds a different atmosphere to this song. It adds a different level to this track. Once again, like I said, it matches the lyrics. It really enhances the lyrics. It enhances the flavor of the lyrics, and Lizzie is absolutely phenomenal on this track. Once again, really delivering in spades. This is it. This is Halestorm with Reimagined. Once again, out August 14th on Atlantic. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.